But I think if you want people to actually see not only you, but maybe as a representative of the trans community in a different light, it would do you justice to, I don't know, just like be a nice person. It's hard for people to not accept kindness. And when you're kind to people and when you actually care about people and come off as authentic, people are naturally attracted to that. People want to, oh, okay, that's a good person. Like, screw who that she's a trans person. She's a good person. That's what people will start to say about you. But then you come in here, man, and you're just like, fuck you, fuck this. He's a coon, super coon. I wouldn't give him a glass of water if he was like, what the hell, man? That's some crazy stuff. Now, if I said that to you, I bet you call me transphobic. But it's
Oh,
okay if you
I
say that about somebody
100%, I
else.
100% would, and I would absolutely make a trip to HR.
But do you not see how that's like that doesn't make any sense? How can you sit there and call and say another black you wouldn't give another black man a glass of water? And if
I
I say that to
wouldn't.
you, I'm accused of an ism.
I mean, that's just the state of the world. What are you
So
going to
what
do
I would
about
Listen,
it?
say then,
This the state. This
what
the
I would
state
say then
of the
is that what I
world.
would say then that is that
Either you
transphobia
evolve,
under
either
that
you evolved, or you get left behind.
no,
Period.
no, no,
but
no.
you
Either
haven't evolved when you're trying to push for inclusion when you suck at it.
and yeah, and I would also say that by that logic, I think you've actually under are undermining actual homophobia and transphobia. Like you're not doing a good
Okay.
job justifying your
I
claim.
will
That's why
not.
y'all.
I will
That's why
not
y'all being
sit.
treated like that.
I
And
will
that's why
not
people
sit with
find
your
It
it
bitter,
open
it
to
is.
attack
twisted
you.
lies. I will not sit here with your lies
What
and
lies am
your
I
But you full of
saying?
attacks.
lies. You can't
You
even
have
say what
attacked
Clarence
me since I
Just
did.
answer
came
the
into
question
this
directly,
space.
CS.
You have attacked me since I came into this space,
Everybody
and you do
attacked
it
you.
What?
You can't
consistently
specifically
on the
say what the man
timeline.
did.
And this and
Giselle, I have
this
literally never attacked you.
stranger that I don't know always attacks me in every space that I go into. This is why I don't come into your spaces
Why
that
are
are
you
filled
You're
with
hearing
so
now,
toxicity.
Giselle.
Why are
angry?
you gaslighting right
I
now,
am not.
CS?
Like you are dead
That's
ass
all they want to
Listen,
gaslighting,
do.
please.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you, this what it is. T.S. Giselle know ain't nobody attacked her, especially Devon on this space today. And he's trying to get an understanding. Now, my thing is, if I heard somebody say, Lawrence, you attacked me and it makes me feel this way, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a person with a heart. Something like that would actually make me feel some kind of way because I don't want someone to call me mean spirited. I'm not that person. You know, one thing I know is that you are a representative of your community. Miss Logic is a representative of Black women. Rip is a representative of Black men. I'm a representative of Black men. I'm a representative of Black gay men. So the way I present myself is going to be very important because I don't want to add to the negative stereotypes. Now, some people, yeah, let the dead bury the dead, as the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? People like Black Added Enough is Enough, and people like Jake, those ignorant ass people. Yeah, no sense of educating them. But somebody like Clarence is willing to have a conversation, you know, and he can be taught. And, you can, lots of things can happen with that. I truly believe that, you know.
And he
Um,
also may not agree, Lawrence, and that's also okay. Like that's what I
and
like.
that's okay
Like
too.
I feel like we're in this space in the U.S. where we feel like, well, the only way I'm going to talk to someone is if I can get them to agree with my viewpoint. He may not quote unquote support everything involved with quote unquote trans rights, but that doesn't make people bad people. Like I don't
It
understand that
does.
logic,
Clarence
bro.
is a monster.
A monster, bro?
Yes.
What?
Nigga,
Why are you
get
making
the
pussy
Giselle.
references,
Fuck out of
CS?
here. I think Giselle is trolling.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
don't
be.
think she
oh,
really
tap.
mean
I'm
that.
not. I'm
Gotta
not
be.
trolling.
Wait. Oh, I wanted to ask her
No,
this.
Giselle, you
Just
know
like
better than that.
with Javon.
I wanted to ask you this, Giselle.
If you want a gay friend, you better talk to Lawrence because
Oh well, no, Giselle. Well, Giselle, I thought you were a straight woman.
there will
Giselle, I
never
thought you were
be
a
a
straight woman.
report.
Giselle, I
That
thought you were a straight woman.
you haven't let me finish my statement. There will never be a
But how many
report
times did you
between
cut
us,
him off
Javon.
though?
Giselle, you just told me you're
There
not
will
a gay
never
man.
be. That's not what I said. I said if you wanted a friendship with a gay person, then Lawrence is
But
obviously open to the
but what? Okay,
conversation.
what does
There will
Javon
never
say?
be a
But you're not
Hey,
rapport
gay though,
between
Yeah,
us.
right?
you
I
told me
thought you're
you're a
not
straight
gay.
woman. That's what I'm trying to get to. You said that you were a straight woman, and now you're saying if I want a
straight
friendship with a
trans
gay
woman.
I'm a,
man.
I
Anyways,
It's
Giselle.
very hard to
That's what I heard.
explain.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
I'm
going to get into
confused.
that. It's
But
very
Giselle,
hard to
real quick
No,
question
it's
explain.
for you.
not.
Giselle, real quick question for you. Did you know that President Trump is the first president elected who actually supported the gay community? He sat up there with a pride flag and said gays for Trump. So I'm curious your thoughts on Trump and the gay community, even though you seem to be a big proponent of President Biden.
Let me add to that, Javon. Donald Trump also was the one to push the initiative to out to stop uh the out throwing the gay people in prison around the world and killing gay people. He pushed that
He
initiative.
sure did. So Giselle, your thoughts?
Donald Trump is a vicious transphobe. Um, he
He is the
has
opposite.
initiated this conversation across the country about banning drag in public
What?
and
That no, that's DeSantis.
banning transgender affirming care. Donald Trump did a press conference several months ago, and this is where these
I don't
conversations
believe it.
started and have spread
I ain't
throughout
seen
Ooh,
it.
ooh.
MAGA.
Okay, here we
I'm
go,
not
Giselle.
buying it.
Giselle, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Can we get
You
to the
said
end?
Clarence. You said Clarence is a shapeshifter, right? He used to support Beto, and now he's a Republican, and you find that to be absolutely atrocious. Obama was actually anti-gay rights upon
I don't think that
inauguration.
I said that.
Obama.
I just said that he did a rebrand,
Okay, so
but
just like
it
Obama did.
apparently
Do you
it's a
support
rebrand.
Obama?
It's probably a rebrand as a grift
Are
since
you
this
are you
is
a supporter of
reparations
Obama?
conversation.
Are you a supporter of President Obama?
Absolutely.
He did a rebrand because he was anti-LGBT upon election and actually said there should be a constitutional amendment to define marriage as a man and a woman. Would you call that a rebrand as well?
I don't know that that was genuinely his opinion. At
Oh,
that
That
okay.
time,
was his opinion.
Nigga.
at
I can
that
tell you.
time,
I can tell you. He went to California, and I believe the pastor's name was Rick Warren, a big time white pastor in California. And the pastor asked him in front of everybody what his opinion is. Does he support gay marriage? You can go on YouTube and you can find it. He said, "No, I do not. Marriage is defined as only between a man and a woman, and I do not support
Joe
redefining it."
I
Biden said
mean,
the same
I'm
shit. Hold on a
I'm
second. I'm gonna
very
give you
I'm
the
very
video.
aware of those conversations. You don't have to show me anything. I'm very politically
So is
aware,
that a
No,
sweetie.
you're
rebrand?
not.
Is that a rebrand, Giselle?
I think that
Is that a rebrand? You
the
said
potential
rebrand
for having
for Clarence.
okay, if you're gonna ask me a
I see
question,
you,
let me
Kev.
answer it. Okay. I think that for Barack Obama, a young political candidate with aspirations of being president of the United States, he had to get a feel for where the country was politically. I don't think that Barack Obama ever opposed gay marriage, but at that time, that was the right thing to say, and I have no
No,
grievances
he
with him.
did.
He said
No,
he believed in
I'm
the
gonna need you to.
original order.
I'm gonna need you to be realistic. Barack Obama went to the first AME church under Reverend Jeremiah Wright. You know what I'm saying? That dude is homophobic, and that's where he grew up and baptized his kids. Most black people, their sentiments towards trans and gay marriage and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Barack Obama is
Like a
no
lot of people
different.
in these spaces.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
Barack
that's what
Obama
I'm
was no
saying.
different.
It's crazy how you're willing to let Barack Obama evolve on an issue, but if a conservative evolves on an
Oh,
issue, there's
It's
a
all
difference.
Democratic
that's a
Republican
good
with
wait,
this
wait, wait, wait,
person.
wait. That's
Just
a
now
that's
it's
a
like
good point. If
That's
you
what I'm trying to
allow
point out.
Barack Obama to have one stance and then he evolved and changed his opinion, you got to be willing to give opportunity to other people.
No, I don't. And what does it matter?
Because you're being a
see,
hypocrite. You're being a
Being
hypocrite.
but these type of
disingenuous.
people like to play Crips and Bloods politically. It's all about whatever side they
After,
on.
Go ahead,
go
Kev.
ahead, battleKEV.
Kev.
Oh, girl,
Okay, I'm going to
bunch of
say this.
girls.
I'm going to say this. Uh, these types of rooms need to be recorded seriously because when they're not when they're not centering themselves in the room, this is what you get. You get prison babble. I have not yet heard any legitimate thought put into any of the answers that were given to the legitimate questions. But then they will say, oh, you're this, oh, you're transphobic, oh, you're homophobic. And they use that as a weapon to gaslight everyone in the room so that they can gain points in their favor. These rooms need to be recorded so that it can go on record what everyone's position is. If it's not recorded, then they get to weaponize the individuals that they're against, like a Clarence, like a Lawrence, like a me, like a Javon, like a whoever, because there's no record of this. So if we're going to have an intelligent conversation about this, because yes, they are considered homophobic. I'm hearing homophobic terms used against gay men, straight men, but they're the ones who are homophobic. This needs to fucking stop. I land.
Thank you for being my friend.
Travel around the world and
Anyway,
back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a
But I think he makes a point,
comforter.
though, to be fair.
he doesn't make any point. He knows how I feel about him. It
No,
is
because
what
you
it
called
is.
Lawrence homophobic, and Lawrence is literally gay. So I'm confused on how that works.
Just because I mean, there's a, again, if you want to fit into a certain community, you can have several views that would be
But
considered to
what
be as such.
community is he trying to fit in with? Lawrence is an openly gay man, from my understanding. I'm confused.
The,
And so am I, and I'm a
the
No,
Republican.
you're not confused. Just knows is.
the reparations movement kind of is fit for a more heteronormative,
What are you
um,
talking about? What?
and
He
so
just talks. He
At
doesn't
that
think.
prison babble for you, battleKEV.
Yeah,
Wait a
it is.
second. So the
which
Correct.
please
reparations movement is a heteronormative.
normative movement, yes,
Because if you notice the
all pro black
Huh?
attention, they
movements,
love the attention.
Reparations.
like all pro
What
black
Reparations
does
is a
movements is
heteronormative
nonprofit.
mean?
heteronormative.
But
Um,
wait, no, Giselle, time out, time
What
out,
does
time out, time out, time
heteronormative
out.
mean?
Heteronormative means like
you don't even
straight.
belong at this conversation,
But
so don't
Giselle, what's
address me.
crazy is
Ask, what does it mean?
Giselle, you're not gay.
I
You're
just
not
told you
gay.
not
So
to
why do you
address
keep
me.
talking about gay people? I don't understand. You've told me you're not gay. You've told everyone that you are a straight trans woman. So you keep throwing out terms like homophobia and
What
heteronormative,
is a
but
straight trans woman? What is that?
I
I
use
don't know. Ask Giselle. So how
I
are
use
you gay
I
if you're
use
a straight trans
homophobia
woman?
and transphobia really simultaneously sometimes. I mean, I'm not that. I'm from a different generation, so these new age girls, they don't like to identify as homosexual. I'm not a new age girl, so I still
If you're a
identify.
homosexual, that means you're attracted to the same sex, which means you're not a woman.
Javon, this is irrelevant. I don't like you. We're never going to be friends.
Nigga, you
Get
brought
over
it up. What do
it.
you
Because
mean?
What?
because Javon's telling
Get
the truth.
over it. We're never going to be friends, and that's
Giselle,
okay.
I'm asking you questions. What are you talking about?
We're never going to be friends. So
Nigga,
your
don't nobody want
questions
to
Okay.
are
be your friend
irrelevant to
because you
me.
difficult as fuck.
We do this every space. Every space you
Because you
want to
don't
go
make
So I
back
sense.
and
bet
You
you
forth.
told
find me if it's
everyone,
that damn bad,
Every
nigga.
space you want to
Giselle,
go back and forth
Giselle,
with
you
me.
because you
Then get the
told
fuck
everyone
out of
you're a
here
straight
then.
woman. You said I'm a straight trans woman. And then you just said the reparations community is heteronormative, meaning that it is normative for heterosexuals. But if you are a straight trans woman, wouldn't that mean you are
But
part of the
I'm,
heterosexual community, according to you?
but I'm transgender.
So if you're a
Javon, please.
homosexual, that means
Oh,
homosexual means same sex
doing
attraction.
this. I'm not doing this.
I get what Giselle is trying to say, but this is what I will challenge. Uh, Open open your heart. I know that sounds corny, but open your heart, you know what I'm saying, to be receptive and to try to build with other people. If someone is, is really anti you or anti black trans people or whatever, then that's a different thing. But for the one that wants to actually converse with you and try to build with you, you should be open for that.
Lawrence, how can you when it's called trolling?
I
First
mean,
of all, silence. Let me tell you
nigga,
something,
you
you
don't
old
sound shit in
fag.
this bitch. The fuck?
Let me tell you something, you old fag. Now I've been waiting for
What?
the day and the moment to
This
What?
clear
motherfucker
you.
here.
That's homophobia.
Do
That's
not
homophobia.
address.
Wait a minute.
You out of line. You out of line.
Come on now.
I must have hit a nerve. Did I hit a
Do
nerve?
That's
do
homophobia.
Yes, we
I
not
think
all
that's the
did.
address
first time I've seen
me.
the F word in this whole
Do
space, and it was by Giselle.
do
And it
not
came by
address
TF.
me, you old. And I'm not an ageist, but for this queen,
Yes, the fuck you are, nigga.
you old sissy. I am sick of you and your personal
Yo,
attacks on me.
Giselle,
Keep
you are
my name
wildin'.
out of your mouth, you old sissy.
Man,
Giselle,
ain't
you
But
nobody
are
that is
attack
the
you, man.
last
Fuck
wildin',
what you
and the
talking
bro.
about.
last time that I'm going to tell you this. Don't come for
Giselle, you
me.
went ageist
Don't come
and
for me.
homophobic in the
Shut
in
up.
the same sentence,
Don't
bro.
come for me unless I send for you.
I came
Do
and
you
left.
understand?
I came
Okay.
and I left.
And I have
Thank
not
Pause.
you.
sent and I have
Class
not sent
dismissed,
and I have
darling.
not sent for you
Class is
else, sweetie.
dismissed. Class is
Okay?
dismissed. Thank you.
And
You
that's on
can
the
you can
house.
you
And
can leave
that's
the room.
and that's on
You
the
can
house.
leave the room now.
And that's
Now that
on the
you've centered
house.
yourself,
The house of
Real, stop,
Mizrahi.
stop laughing, Rhea. You crazy. I don't know. I just want people to be peaceful and happy and
He's saying
get
that's on the
along.
house. The house of Mizrahi. The
I
house
just
of
want
what?
people to get along and be. Is that too much to ask for everyone to just be friends?
Hey,
And you
Lawrence, I
cut
think
me
this
off in
answers my
Lawrence,
what you
question.
how
said.
can you have an intelligent
And
conversation with a troll?
that's on the house of Mizrahi.
Hey, Lawrence, I think this answers my question, bro. Remember how I
What
asked
you
you
mean,
earlier if the
Mizrahi?
gays
Mizrahi.
were teamed up with the trans? I think the gays and the trans are not teamed up. This is evidence to the contrary, because Giselle just called a gay man a sissy and an F word, she was being ageist and called him old. And I think the only thing that he said, which is that you can't have an intellectual conversation with her because she's not answering the questions. So it's crazy
So
how his attack
what we're not going to do, and let
is
me get
what?
you
Is
to
quote you? Is quote you?
let me get you together, Matt Gates Jr. Okay, with
Oh
them knock
no.
ass knees, them knock ass sneakers
Oh
you have on.
no. Oh
That's what we're
no.
not going to do,
Oh
Mister
no.
Matt Gates Jr.
You got me.
That's the
First of
only
all,
motherfucking name
Troll,
you know,
get
no
out the
Madcap.
self.
room, you troll.
First of all, no
You
Go ahead, Giselle.
troll.
self-respecting
Go ahead,
black
Get out
Giselle.
the
men.
Giselle,
room,
show your ass.
troll.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go
First
ahead.
of
Show
all,
everyone what I was talking about. Go
first of
ahead.
all, no
Show everyone what I was
self-respecting
talking
black
about. Go
men.
ahead.
First
I'm
of
gonna just
all,
sit and
no
listen too.
self-respecting black men
Hey, record this. Somebody record this.
would ever photograph themselves with a monster, an anti-black monster like
Hmm.
Matt Gates. How dare you use yourself as a pawn for the Republican Party? You are a disgrace. You, Clarence Thomas, and the real Clarence Thomas, and T.S. Giselle will never have any interaction with any of you, boo.
What
Okay?
about
Nigga,
when you were
you voted
used?
for Father
Period.
Crime. Fuck is you
I
talking
thought you said that you were also used as a pawn by white liberals.
I said what I said.
Well, is that what you said?
Now, are we done with these questions?
I mean, if you're gonna answer that last one, are you also
We
used
do
as a
this.
pawn?
We do this every space.
Just answer the questions here.
It's always, and I'm so sick of this. It's always these old punks like battleKEV
Why
that
are you
always
so
want to use
mean,
But Battle
bro?
vitriol
Cam didn't
Why are
say
you
against the
nothing.
so
trans
mean?
community.
Giselle, why are you
He
so
is
mean, bro?
a old
Stop making
queen.
personal attacks,
He
Tia.
is an old queen from 1990.
And what are
Always want to
you?
attack the trans
You
community.
don't even
You
know if
got it.
you're homosexual or heterosexual. Like, I'm confused,
I
bro.
am
You came up
sick of
here and
these
You better be glad
1990 queens.
I'm
I
not a
am sick of
1990
these
queen, honey.
1990s queens.
No, get it correct.
wow, y'all really beefing up in this
89.
junk. That's
You in
crazy.
here doing all of this amongst people that don't even really like you. In here
I'm
doing
not
all
here to be liked. I'm not here
you
to be
have been
liked.
I have
I think
heard
Battle
you.
Kev is cool, Giselle. What you
You
talking
have
about?
been very
Yeah.
nasty.
She
You're
just
xenophobic. You're
See what I'm
what?
xenophobic.
saying?
I have
What?
heard you talk
See?
distasteful and disgraceful about
So
black
he's a
immigrants.
sissy, an
You're
And you're a
ignorant,
very
and a
No,
homophobic
no,
xenophobe.
no.
bitch. That's what you
Ooh,
are. You're a
ooh,
homophobic troll.
ooh,
Yeah,
uh
Yes,
how could Battle Kev be homophobic?
yes, you're a homophobic
Oh,
troll. That's what you
oh,
are. Basically, let's
so
call it for what it is. Okay,
listen,
since I'm old, all right, you're a homophobic troll. That's what
listen,
you are.
Wake it
And
up.
I can
listen,
go
Wake it
on
up.
record and say
I'm not
that.
homophobic,
listen,
bitch.
Star
That is
Jones.
Kev.
Wake it up,
Listen,
Get on the
Battle
Star
record
Kev.
first, damn
Jones.
time.
Y'all let Kevin and Grizz have this out. Y'all stop interrupting, please.
It's always you old stunt queens that have something to say. You should be ashamed of yourself to even sit in these
You
spaces
can't even
with
think about
people
stunting.
and
You don't even know how to
with
stunt.
sweetie, you must not know, honey. The TS, baby, the TS can throw an 8 count, 16 count, sweetie. Okay, you must not know, honey.
Yeah, okay. All right, darling.
It's very much giving.
All right,
It's very
darling.
much giving North Carolina
All right,
ATV and
darling.
go
Like
marching
I said,
machine.
you come
Period.
up in these spaces
It's very
trolling.
much giving the marching
You're a young
machine.
troll. Look at you.
Oh,
You're a troll.
I'm not that young, sweetie.
Troll.
I'm not
Go
that.
back to Trollville,
I'm
please.
not. I'm not that young, sweetie.
Go back to
I know.
Trollville.
I give 22, but it's very much giving mid
You, you,
30s.
you, you give every bit of 60.
Size
Oh,
22.
girl, please, girl, please,
Yo, I'm
Golden
weak,
Girls,
bro.
girl,
I'm
please.
weak. Homie said an 8 piece. I was thinking he was talking about food, Giselle. I am gonna hold you, bro.
Um,
Damn.
He's a greedy bitch.
I know.
She's a troll. That's what she
Please.
is. She comes up in these spaces, centering herself
First of
or
all,
whatever, because you can hear. Because see, here's the thing. If I'm not lying, why can we hear the smile on her face? That's how I
first,
know she's trolling. She doesn't
first
want to
of
have a
all,
serious
first of
intellectual
all,
conversation in these spaces
why would I
because
want to have a? Why would I
she
want to
doesn't
have?
even have the
Why?
bandwidth to have an
Why?
intellectual
Why
conversation
would I want to have a serious intellectual conversation amongst this
because
group?
that's what we're doing.
Because
And what about it?
it's, I
So
believe,
see, here's the thing: you can have all the smoke in the world and say that the other side is a bunch of trolls. I'm sorry, not trolls. Oh shit, a cult. But they'll act like there's nothing cultish or cult-like about the Jackass Party. These are the same people that will break up families and long-time friendships over a difference of opinion. That's how fucked up they are.
see, my thing is, I believe, and I stand by this on every level. You cannot influence a table that you're not willing to sit at. Now, when you sit at that table, if there's some people who stick headed and that's it, then you just dust your feet and move on. But the one that's willing to converse with you, I believe that you have a moral obligation to be a representative in that moment and take advantage of the opportunity to change things that might change things for yourself and people around you one by one you know. So that's why I can rock over here. And we don't agree with everything, but I would imagine that I have made some enlightening revelations to people when it comes to black gay people, you know. And one that I don't fit the stereotype that's on TV all the time, you know. So, and I think that mantle is also up on you as a trans woman, to reverse, or to not fulfill the stereotypes and to show people that, yes, there are trans people that are not 100% in sex work all the time, that can get educated and go to work and are nice and respectful and build with people, you know. But at the same time, don't allow the the snares, the people like the Black Addicts and the Jakes and the people who are really hateful to be a representation over everybody black. You know, I think everyone deserves a chance. Don't you agree?
Not really, but that was a great speech. Thank you. It looks like we ended and we didn't get any movement. That's okay.
No, we got movement on this side. I was
I
gonna
don't know
say the
what you're
same
talking
for
about.
you.
Hey, thanks, Trans is
Yeah.
beautiful. Appreciate the conversation. Let me see pronouns, she, hers. Appreciate you, sis. Like seriously, I think this is what needs to happen more, and I think that if people did this more, then we'd be in a good spot. Because, like I said, I think
Correct.
if you're a legal adult and you want to do whatever you want, go ahead. As long as you don't force your views. Like I don't think I have the right to force mine on yours, and vice versa. And I think if we're good there, then we're all, I don't know, we're all fucking Gucci. Like we don't have to, I don't know. This idea that we all have to be this monolith, this homogeneous body that doesn't have any diversity of opinion or thought, I think is harmful. It's dangerous. It's reminiscent of a fascist or communist regime. And frankly, I think a lot of the people, no offense, Giselle, who are on
Well,
your side of the aisle,
maybe you should
that
address
push that,
states like
I think
Florida,
that
Tennessee, Mississippi,
I think
that
that's
have
dangerous.
super majorities. and doing everything they can to silence the votes of all Democratic voters
You see,
in their
Bruna, see,
particular
you
state.
actually have some movement and actually have something to add in the conversation, so you all are able to reason together like normal people
They
should
didn't
and
reason on
can.
anything. She didn't say
Nigga,
anything that
you
was
see,
like
Bruna,
profound.
this individual
Stop it.
Giselle that I call, no, you stop it,
Stop
nigga.
it. There
No,
was
you
nothing
stop it, nigga. Cut
profound
the shit,
discussed
nigga.
in this
You
Wait,
are
what
guessing
did
this
she
conversation.
say that was
motherfucker. Close your
profound?
mouth. Mute your mic, nigga.
We're not
Nigga,
going to
mute
do
your mic.
that.
What did she say?
Something to
There
Bruna
was
right now.
nothing
See, Bruna,
profound in this
this
She
individual,
misses
conversation.
the
this
attention. Do
person
you hear
next to
that?
you right there named
There was
Giselle
not.
or Gisnoz, this
First
person
of
is an
all,
op.
bitch.
All they
Let me
do is
tell
come
you
in our
something.
spaces
I
to
already told
undermine
you I don't
everything
like
that we
you or
say.
care for you.
This person
Okay,
doesn't believe in
sweetie.
building anything. This
I
person
got
doesn't
more
even
followers
believe
than
in
all of y'all put
having
together.
common ground or
Okay.
having a
Who was
reasonable
y'all?
conversation without over talking somebody because they know they're full of shit. See, you're not like that, and we appreciate you coming here being on some peaceful shit, be on some peaceful stuff, and understanding that
Who you
person
talking to?
is
Who
never
you
on
talking
that.
to?
I don't know, but Giselle said she had more followers than all of us put together, and I was
No,
just lost on who the
Oh,
hell she was.
Javon, you can.
Oh, that was an accident.
This ain't an accident. Those were bought. Okay? Paid for, subscribe. Pay to subscribe. All
nobody
right?
care about the
Or
followers.
maybe,
I
maybe,
was asking Grimes who
or
he was
maybe
talking
leftover,
to.
or maybe leftover
For
OnlyFans. Who
you,
Man,
knows?
nobody
so
care
you
about
got a
no followers,
personality.
man. All that.
You got a
Giselle
personality now.
will
You got
brag
a
on their
personality
Grimes,
brag
who
now.
you
on their
talking?
stupid.
Who you talking about?
You got a personality now. You somebody
Who
now.
you, who you talking to?
I'm talking to you, nigga.
Oh
This is
wow!
Talking
Grizzly
to Just Nose, you ain't
Adams,
saying shit.
Grimes, you talking to
Oh
that trans is
wow!
funky
beautiful person?
ass
You want to
Miss
wake up and
Piggy.
pay attention.
Are they still
You
here?
want to go
You better
somewhere.
watch it.
That's who you talking
I
to,
better
I'm
watch
Grimes?
already
what?
somewhere.
Better
Grimes.
watch.
Yeah,
Shut up, Rhea. Stop.
If you don't cut the shit.
Oh,
No, that's who you was talking to.
you got some bass.
Right, I'm not
You
addressing
got some
Just Nose,
bass.
but Just Nose kept
You got
interrupting.
some bass.
Oh, I
I'm
got.
like,
See, I
listen,
can't
this
really
person's gonna
talk
come in here
because
and
I'm
have a
always busy.
good
You got some
I'm
bass.
busy
conversation
right
with
now.
You got
Javon
some
on some
bass now.
understanding shit.
You got bass.
Just
You
Nose
got
be
bass
coming in
in
our
your voice.
You
motherfucker
got some
trying to
bass
undermine
now.
everything
You
we talking
somebody
about.
now.
I can hear the
You
man
can't
You
coming
even
out of
you
you.
can't
somebody.
even
It's a
shut the
You're
it's
fuck
a
up and let
full
me
somebody.
moon
finish, Just
tonight.
You're
Nose. That just
somebody.
shows how
You're
against us you are,
somebody.
nigga.
It's a full moon tonight. Grizzly
Grind, shut
Adams.
the fuck
But
up. You always
but
running your
see,
fat
like
ass
it's a
mouth. Shut
see if
up.
that's the if it's a full moon, see if it's a full moon tonight, then explain all the other times that this motherfucker be cutting up.
Giselle, can I ask you a question?
I I am so tired of this person.
Then get the fuck out, nigga.
I
Can
do
I ask
not
you?
like you.
I'm
I do
evidently you're
not
not
like you,
that tired.
Javon.
I
I
don't.
don't
Evidently you're not
like
that
you.
damn tired, are you?
Giselle, what does that have to do?
Javon is so cool. He's so chill. He don't even raise his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Javon,
He didn't say.
he get on my nerves, child.
I don't know why. I don't even do nothing to you.
This
Can I
man
ask you
be
a
down in
question?
Florida. This man be down in Florida
Excuse me, Giselle, but
at
why do you treat
Republican
me this way? You're a
conventions.
monster.
The only color in the room, like, girl, please.
Well, like Lauren said,
Oh,
you got to be at the table to actually affect some change, and I'm happy to be there.
Well,
So
you're not making any change,
I appreciate that,
sweetie.
sister. Thank you for that.
you
Anyways,
ain't
can I ask
making
you a
the
question?
changes, just
Okay,
now.
blouses.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Okay, so you brought something earlier, and it caught my ear. So, do you identify as a straight trans woman or a gay trans man or gay trans woman? I'm sorry.
I'm not I'm not getting into this with you. I don't need to tell you about
Oh
how
yes,
I
you are.
identify.
No,
You're
if you don't want to
irre-
answer, that's fine. I don't have an issue if you're not
you're
answering. I'm just
irrelevant to
asking.
me. You're irrelevant to me. I don't like you. I think that you're a disgrace, scum, bottom of the earth.
Oh
And the
wow.
man
Okay.
did absolutely nothing
Okay?
to you.
Oh
Now,
wow.
okay?
Giselle, why do you treat me this way? You're a monster.
Giselle, I
You're the
I I,
devil.
I hope you Giselle, I do pray for you, man. I do pray for you. I hope you find some
It was
peace, man.
praying for Jesus, Lord. It's a waste of prayer.
I
Nah, this
try though.
motherfucker need an exorcist. Shit.
I don't know what the anger is about, but she just is so angry, and I don't understand. Like I
No, Divine. It's about she misses the people that are in this room, and it's about she's hold on.
Bitch,
She's able to be the
I
center of
have the
attention
majority of this
once
room blocked.
again, But why are you in here then? Why are you in here
Exactly.
then?
Apparently,
What?
Giselle doesn't hate it that much.
let me tell you
Right.
something.
She
Keep
loves the
bringing your punk
room.
ass back in
She
this
Let me
loves
motherfucker.
the
Shit.
attention that she's getting. That's
let
the
me tell.
bottom line.
First of all, I get attention in any space that I go to because I'm
No,
civilized.
you
Yeah, and
don't. No,
what
you
do they
don't.
do?
Because
What do
everybody else
they
get
do?
hollering all kind of
Every
They
hateful ass
kick
shit
you
every
anyway.
out of the room,
every
don't
girl
they?
stream,
They kick
every
you out
girl
of the
Giselle, you
room.
can brother Giselle, you get your
every
bitch ass
man's
out of here. Don't they be
fantasy.
saying that
Okay,
shit?
every girl's stream, every man's fantasy. Tia
No,
Giselle
you
can
are
get on
not,
any
nigga.
stage that she wants to. Let me make it very clear.
I thought you said you get a vicious amount of attacks. So are
Exactly.
I
you?
blocked
Right, right.
Exactly. This nigga
I
just
blocked
plays it by ear, just talks a whole bunch of shit.
I
I
was
blocked
confused.
Re-Up. I blocked Re-Up, and I blocked Sir Major for months. As a matter, Re-Up
And
is
why are you back then? What brought
Re.
you back?
Thank
Can you
you.
shut up and let me
It's
speak?
the attention. You know
It's
it.
all the
What?
attention.
It's
And
24 people.
that's fine. That's
It's
fine. I
24
mean, we
people in
just
here,
I
You
sweetie.
want
could
to
just
say
said
this.
it's for the attention, Giselle. We could have way more
I'm really
respect
gonna
for you.
say
Just
this
be honest.
because
It's
I do
I
miss you
only
in the space. I
well
do.
I don't miss you. It's 24 people in here, sweetie. What attention is DTS? I am DTS. What attention am I getting
Oh, shut
here?
the fuck
You said
up.
DTS or
Exactly.
DTS?
Because the
D
attention that
No,
the
DTS.
attention that you're getting is because
THEE.
if you
I get
wasn't,
attention
He
any
said T
space
H
that I'm
E E.
in.
What does TS
then
I
stand
why
have
for?
then why
I
hasn't
have
Reup kicked you out the space then?
What does
Mm-hmm.
TS
What
stand for?
because Rhea needs me.
What does TS stand for, Giselle? By the way,
Let me make it very clear.
Uh
is that rain?
sounds like it.
oh.
I blocked
Shit.
Rhea. He is on a trial.
Hey TS
He's
or
I've
Giselle, what
blocked
does
him
TS
five
stand for?
times in 2 weeks,
Hey
and I'll do it again.
Giselle, what does TS stand for?
It stands for transsexual.
Is that different than transgender? Giselle, no, serious question. Giselle, is that different than transgender?
I ain't gonna lie, that I do have that question. I get it confused.
No,
Is
I'm
there a
dead ass.
difference
Is
in
it different than transgender
Right,
or
because
what?
I've literally said transsexual a few years ago, and somebody was like, "No, that's the old term. It's transgender now." But
Well,
I've
what's the
literally heard
difference?
transgender people call themselves TS. What the hell?
What's the difference, Giselle?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I think that the definition has changed. I consider myself to be transsexual. I simultaneously use transgender. Girl, I'm not a psychologist. You gotta ask them.
So it's like the
What
same thing essentially. Like it's just like a newer word
I
for.
mean, for me, it is. It's an
Okay.
updated term. Yeah.
I was just always curious because I didn't know what T. I saw. I know there's T.S. Madison and T.S. I was just confused. I don't know what the hell it meant.
The
Right.
T the TS stands for transsexual. It's what we use to For me, I think that the definition is that we use it to distinguish from cisgender women. But as you can see, I removed TS from my name.
Yeah,
I
you did.
noticed that. I
You
was
did. That's
curious
why I was
why.
asking.
I
Yeah, you thought you was
removed
gonna fool
TS
some
from my
people. Ain't
name.
nobody fooled.
Um, well, certainly your fat ass wouldn't be someone that I want to
Oh, you
fool.
can't say shit about nobody being fat. Look at you.
Anyway,
Bro, you like a
um,
fucking Care Bear with that gut of yours. Come on, let's play.
you don't even know what I look like.
What's your
And
beam ability?
and you're
Everybody know what you are,
and
you
you're
fishnet
and
bitch.
you're
What the fuck?
and you're the last person to be speaking about anyone's face, predator.
Face predator.
Right
Got a
there.
lot of
My long nice
got a lot
That
of
lashes.
shit
style,
tank.
got a lot
Wonk
of
wonk
Hermes
wonk
on me.
wonk wonk wonk.
Got a
Wait,
lot of
trans is beautiful.
style,
Can you
got a lot of
distinguish
Hermes
between
on.
TS and
Anyway,
transgender?
I'm about to go.
All right, bye,
Rhea,
Giselle.
don't ask
Trans
me
is
to come to these rooms
bye,
anymore.
Giselle.
Like I can't with these people. I'm about to
Okay,
block
bye,
everybody in here.
bye, Giselle. Bye, Giselle. Anyways, trans is
Damn.
beautiful. Can you distinguish between TS and transgender? Or sorry,
Okay. Okay.
transsexual and transgender?
Okay. Hi. So basically, within our community.